So yesterday I was on Instagram just checking out the feeds and things like that when I came across this particular person. Now, this particular person's name is Indik Umajinje _ and when I first saw some of the photos, I was like, damn, shorty is bad, right? I mean, you probably could see her right there in some of the videos. I mean, the young lady is definitely working with something. But then I started to listen to her videos and I found out that this lady is a minister of the gospel. Now, I know that you don't believe me, but let's just go ahead and play one of her clips here and we'll find out what her Instagram is about.
Made it to week 4. Strive for progress, not perfection. 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 58 says, "Therefore, my beloved brothers, be steadfast, immovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord, knowing that in the Lord your labor is not in vain." So this week, focus on the progress, not the perfection, and believe in God because He makes us perfect.
So guys, that is what her page is. But what was even more interesting was the kind of photos and stances that she takes in some of the pictures. And if I wasn't the smartest guy in the world, it doesn't seem like this is a person who is looking to promote the gospel of Jesus Christ. In fact, it looks like somewhat like a hybrid, whereas you have a young lady like her who looks very good and who is very curvy, and it seems like an IG model, just not as bad, with the message of the Lord. And I want to kind of talk about this because, this is something that's happening right now in the church. And we've talked about the black church in general, but now you're seeing this is even evident in Africa. And I'm not saying that women can't be attractive and things like that. But when you look at these photos that the lady is taking, it is obvious that she's trying to get attention. And that attention has nothing to do with Jesus Christ, but she's using the Bible to get the attention from people, but really trying to put the attention on her body. Really the backside, if you really want to be honest. And so this is also the case that you see in many black churches around the country. And it's also very evident in Africa. You see women who are in the church who are not really there, in my honest opinion, for the gospel of Jesus Christ or for, spiritual cleansing or to be sanctified. No, they are there for pretty much a fashion show. And for eligible men that are there, well, let's show you what I'm working with. And not only the eligible men, ineligible men, hint, pastors. And then we wonder why pastors get into the situations that they do. We hear about the sexual scandals of Jamal Harrison Bryant. Somebody even mentioned Pastor E. Dewey Smith might have had a baby out of wedlock. I'm not sure about that, but you guys can let me know in the comment section. And then what you see is women who are very, very sexual using Jesus Christ to get, into the next door. And in some cases, donations. When I look at this lady's page, I don't see anything to do with Jesus. What I see is Instagram model feel, just not as bad. I see voluptuousness. I see that I'm thirsty, and I see that she looks good. But when I look at this is just basically selling sexuality. It's saying, look at me, but really don't look at me because it's Jesus, but look at me because, well, I just want you to look at me because I'm thick. And if you think about it, this is the reason why a lot of guys don't go to church. Like, if you think about this, look at other religions. Will you find this in Islam? Like, would you? I don't really think so. No, they're going to be covered up. Why? Because the body of the person is not important. The message of the religion is the most important. So what Islam does is we're going to cover you up so you can't see what the individual lady looks like, because what she looks like is not important. The message is important. But so many times when I'm seeing Christian influencers online, especially women, especially those from Africa or from Black America, it's about the booty and not about the blessing. It's about me being thick and not about the blessings. And then when you go to church, and it's like, okay, let's attract all these church simps who we really know that lust after me, but they really can't say it because they can always come back and say, wait a minute, I'm a child of God. So that way everybody can always be friend zoned. Unless, of course, it's the guy that they really like, hint, hint, the pastor or somebody else. That's what they want to do. So at any time you try to talk to them or come at them in a sexual manner, if they don't like you, they can always talk about how they're Christian. You can't come at me like that, but I'll gladly accept your donation. And you'd be surprised how so many ladies are getting so much love out here on Instagram, pretty much behaving in a very similar fashion that OnlyFans models are. You have OnlyFans models preachers, and then you wonder why guys don't go to church. Because I'll tell you, the same problem that the churches are having is the same issues you see from women in the club. They are the same. I guarantee if you go through some of these chicks' phones, you will find twerk videos. You will find everything. You will find more than that. And some of these people feel like there's no shame. Like I was talking to one girl, I won't mention her name. I mean, she got a ridiculous big booty. It is so big, right? And she always posts booty pictures with the scripture on it. And I kind of wondered, like, well, why do you do that? She was like, well, because, God, he actually doesn't mind me doing that. I'm like, wait a minute. So if that's the case, why does it have to be about your butt and not in God? And everything, it's about the ass. Everything is about being bent over. All of it is about that. It is never anything about Christians. It's always about doggy style, it seems like. Like everything is about that. I just don't understand it. But then you want somebody to marry you. You want a Christian man. And it's funny, right? Like this man has to be a Christian. This man has to be godlike. And then you go look at their Instagram and you're like, wait a minute. You want me to do what? You want me to do what while you're doing that? I don't think so, because it doesn't make any sense. I know women who are not even in church and not religious. They're not even doing that. And what you kind of find out is these girls are pretty much just big time freaks. Booty clapping sound. But guys, I don't know. What do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell, check out the first comment at the top, and as you know, the buffoonery remains at all-time high. I'm out.